I'm 69 years old, and I'm going to say something that most people won't like hearing. Almost everything you've been taught about getting older, about success, about waiting for the right time, it's wrong. And what makes it worse is this: the people who were supposed to warn you, your family, your schools, society itself, either they didn't understand it, or they were too busy living the same illusion. I know that because I believed it too. For most of my life, I honestly thought I was doing everything right. I followed the rules. I built a career. I bought the house. I earned respect. I checked every box that was supposed to mean you made it. I didn't sit down to make this video to sound smart or to leave an impression. I'm here because my time is no longer unlimited, and there are truths you deserve to hear while you still can. This isn't about me, it's about you. And then, in my late 40s, everything broke. Not slowly, not gently, all at once. It was just a normal work day. I was sitting in a meeting, talking about numbers that don't even matter anymore, when my body just shut me down. My chest tightened, the room started to spin, and the next thing I remember, I woke up surrounded by machines, wires, and fear. The doctor called it a medical incident. That's a polite way of saying my heart almost ended my life. They told me I was lucky, and lying there staring at the ceiling, I realized something terrifying. They were right, because for the first time in my life, with nowhere to run and nothing to distract me, I saw the truth clearly. I hadn't really been living. I had been operating, running on routines, meeting expectations, chasing milestones someone else decided were important. And I asked myself a question that still echoes in my head. If this is the end, what did I actually leave behind? Not titles, not money, not the things people clap for at funerals. Just memories I never made, conversations I kept postponing. Love, I always assumed I'd express later. Here's the lie almost everyone tells themselves. I'll do it someday. I still have time. I'll live once things settle down. I've heard it from people in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s. I'll enjoy life after this promotion. I'll slow down when the kids are grown. I'll travel when I retire. Let me save you decades of regret. That moment never comes because the finish line keeps moving. There's always another goal, another responsibility, another excuse. You keep climbing, and one day you look around and realize the ladder was leaning against the wrong wall. And time doesn't give refunds. No one tells you this early enough, so I will. Success is a terrible thing to chase, and I say that as someone who caught it. The praise feels incredible for a moment, then it fades, and suddenly it's not enough anymore. So you run again, and again, and again. I watched a friend do this until it killed him. He worked non-stop, built something impressive, kept telling himself he'd rest next year. Next year never came. At his funeral, his child said something I'll never forget. My father achieved a lot, but I hardly knew him. That's when it really hit me. Regret doesn't come from failure. It comes from absence. The trips you never took, the words you never said, the relationships you assumed would wait. I don't lose sleep over business mistakes. I lose sleep over the dinners I skipped, the calls I postponed, the moments I traded for work that doesn't even remember my name. You think time is endless, especially with the people you love. It isn't. My father passed away suddenly. We always said we'd talk properly someday. Someday never arrived. And it's the small things that hurt the most. The missed Sundays, the unopened messages, the love left unspoken. After my heart attack, I changed everything. Not dramatically, intentionally. I stopped saying yes to what drained me, and I started saying yes to what scared me, in a good way. In the years since, I've learned more about life than in all the decades before, and the truth is painfully simple. Be with people who matter. Do work that feels meaningful to you, not impressive to others. Collect experiences, not possessions. Be present while you still can. I know When you're young, this sounds naive. You have bills, you have responsibilities. I'm not telling you to abandon your life. I'm telling you not to trade it away. So here's a question. Answer it honestly. If everything ended tomorrow, would you be content with how you've lived so far? Not proud, not admired, content. And if the answer is no, what are you waiting for? What is so important that you're willing to gamble your one life on it? I wake up every day knowing my time is borrowed. We all are. We just pretend otherwise. Young people feel invincible. I did too. Now I watch my grandchildren move through the same storm. Stressed, anxious, chasing things that promise happiness but never deliver it. I try to tell them. They don't always hear me, not because they're wrong, but because it's hard to see patterns when you're inside them. That's why I'm saying this out loud, because maybe someone listening will pause, choose differently, avoid the weight of regret. Every day moves you closer to the end. So do the people you love. Your parents are aging. Your friends are changing. Nothing lasts as long as you think. So what will you do? Keep postponing the call, the trip, the joy, or start living like time actually matters, because it does. If I could speak to my younger self, I'd say this. Stop trying to impress people who won't be there at the end. Stop trading your health for approval. Stop delaying happiness for a future that isn't guaranteed. Call your parents. Take the trip. Do the thing that scares you. Say no when your soul is tired. Say yes when your heart feels alive. Start now, not later, not after this phase. Now, because the perfect moment never comes. Life is always messy, and waiting is the easiest way to lose it. These last years have been the richest of my life, not because I earned more, but because I finally paid attention. I'm happier now, with less time ahead, than I ever was when I thought time was endless. That's the paradox. When you understand time is limited, you finally begin to live. You have a choice today. Keep running, or start living intentionally. I can't choose for you, but I can promise you this. You don't want to reach 69 wishing you'd noticed sooner. Someday isn't coming. Someday is now. The clock is already moving. What are you going to do with what's left?